guys, it's Yolanda, the Happy Housewife, and today I am talking with my really good friend, really it feels like my sister, Amanda Carter.
Hi.
And she has a webpage called Face on Fleek, but she is a Mary Kay extraordinaire, okay? A director.
Yes.
And she is excellent at what she does. And I absolutely love her. I feature Mary Kay products from time to time on my page. I don't sell them, but I love this lady and I'm a consumer, okay? So today's episode, we're going to be talking about embracing 2024. But that's, to me, it begins with embracing who you are, right? Embracing the skin you're in.
Yes.
And since skincare is her business, I thought we would have a chat. Okay. So my product of the week is this Mary Kay Pink Clay Mask. I absolutely love it. And I don't wear a lot of foundation and stuff, so it's really important for me to keep my skin healthy and clean and all that. And so I really like this, and we're gonna do this together, okay, while we talk. Right?
Yes.
Little girl talk, braid each other's hair, talk about boys. No.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So, I really admire you. I really do. I admire your drive, your tenacity. You just have a determination about you. People like you. That's important. And I just think, everything you do, you just do it with so much love. You giving baskets to different workplaces full of products. And I just think that's amazing.
It was fun.
And you're like one of the only people that make me feel loved. So I mean, hey, give people their flowers while they live them, right? Because dead noses don't smell roses, right? So if you love people, tell them you love them and tell them why. And so I really love that about you. You just embraced me right away, made me feel loved and connected and all the things. And you didn't want anything from me. She just wanted to be my friend, and I just love that. And my kids, right? You guys love Miss Amanda, right? They're going yes.
And I love them too.
So that's why I wanted to have you on my show. So
Awesome.
we're gonna try using this, and my skin is clean. So now we're gonna apply the clay mask.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
This is the pink clay mask, and this mask actually is pink. And so I'm gonna put some on the spatula, the clay spatula. We're gonna put it on her face, and
That's all right. It can go in the washer.
Okay, so this
we keep
mask,
it real at the Happy Housewife.
Yes. This mask, it pulls out all the impurities out of the skin.
I might have some impurities on my lips.
And leaves the face feeling really, really smooth.
Okay.
And I like a good looking face, and I use the mask once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps the face refreshed as well.
Okay.
And you only leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it's going to get dry. And once it gets dry, you begin to see the different spaces on the face that needs the hydration. So this mask hydrates the face as well.
Okay. So while you're doing that, I got one good question I want to ask you. And, we're talking about embracing 2024. What is one good piece of advice you've received?
I would say the best advice that I've received, I was a young girl. I would say maybe 10 or 11. And my grandmother would always take me in the kitchen on Sunday when we go over for dinner. And she would talk to me, and they always thought that I was an adult that was in the kitchen that she was talking to. And she would always tell me, she said, no matter what, she said, you love God with all of your heart. Mm-hmm. And when you love God, God will protect you. I was like, God will protect me. Well, of course, 10 years old, you don't really understand the fullness. But, when sometimes some people can tell you some things, and they might say once, but this was like every Sunday she drilled that inside of me. So I guess it came from her upbringing, or maybe her marriage, what she dealt with in her marriage. She knew one day that I would become married, so she was just giving me those nuggets. Like you love God, and then with God loving you back, you would feel good about yourself. So I think that's basically what she was getting to, because of the type of marriage that she may have had. I don't know. My grandfather, passed away when I was young, and like probably a baby, and so she instilled that inside of me. So that was the best advice, and I took that advice and I ran with, like, okay, ain't no man gonna hit me, ain't no man gonna abuse me, ain't no man gonna do this and do that to me, because I love me.
Okay.
I first love myself.
So it gave you a sense of pride. It gave you a sense of like self-worth.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That I'm worthy no matter what the next person might say. Because at that age, I think I was like I said, I was 10, and she was like probably 60 or 70. And my mom would always come to the kitchen and say, "Mom, why are you in here talking to Amanda? She's just a child." But she was instilling that wisdom inside of me, that no matter what come and go, you love God, and God will in turn will in turn
protect you.
Yes, protect me.
Wow.
Yes.
So we can all embrace that same advice. And what I see is the love of a grandmother passing on to her granddaughter the love of God.
Yes.
And that gave you a confidence.
Yes, it did.
I love that.
Yes, it did.
And so you've been married how many years?
38 years.
38 years. So that, Grandma, we thank you for that advice. It worked out. So I can feel it. It's like getting tight. So I kind of love having spa nights,
Yes.
And like when Johnny goes away, I might have like a full spa night. Using lots of water. But anyway, okay, good. Thank you so much for that. But what piece of advice would you give 18-year-old or 20-year-old Amanda?
Oh my gosh, if I can turn back the hand of time, I would say keep the lines of communication open always in marriage. And I tell my daughters, the different struggles that we may have had because there was a lack of communication. So always keep the lines of communication open. It's okay to agree to disagree. You don't have to agree on everything, and it's okay to agree to disagree. I'm okay, but I just don't agree with that right there. So keep the lines of communication open, and you'll have a sweet marriage. Yes, you're gonna have trials and tribulations, ups and downs. They come and they go, but the lines are still open. You're not walking around. Yes, you're not walking around weeks and mad and not speaking and stuff like that. I not look at over my years of marriage, like until we got to the good place where we're at 20 years of marriage, it was up from there. But before that, it was down from there because the lines of communication were not open. And we was always upset and went out speaking to one another, and it did damage, So roots that had to be digged up,
right,
and fertilized with
Jesus.
Gotta
dig them up, y'all. So that's something to embrace. Keeping the lines of communication open. Keeping the lines of communication open with your husband, with your children, even with your really, really good friends. So I have a really small circle of friends, and I'm so grateful that you're one of them. I don't use that term, lightly. So, I really like to keep the lines of communication open.
Yes.
Even if we don't see each other physically, we are like texting, or I follow her on Facebook, and you can too. Yes. Face on Fleek on Facebook. And I can feel it, y'all. It feels so good. Like it's doing something.
It's working.
It is. It's getting all tight and all that. So my final question is this. So we're embracing self. Why do you think it's so hard for us as women to take care of ourselves, namely like our skin and stuff like that?
Because I would say cost-wise, for some people, they might say it costs a lot, or there might be another need. The children might need a pair of shoes, or this one might need, a coat, or I have to put gas in the car. And, I've talked to women, and I tell them it's so easy. It's so easy to take care of your skin, to take care of yourself, because then it makes you feel good about yourself. So I always tell them nails are important, to women, but the faces should be more important, because that's the first thing that people see when they see you. So you always want it looking good. So you have to use a good skincare to make sure that your face is on fleek.
There you go. Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I am just so excited to sit here with you and get some wisdom. Me and Johnny have been married 20 years, so you guys got 18 years on us. And you know what, guys? I'm still learning, right? So embrace learning. Embrace communication, keeping the lines of communication open, and embrace passing wisdom on to our younger generation. Guys, thank you for joining me. I know this is going to look weird, but it feels good. I'm going to wash it off in a little while, and my skin is going to be nice and hydrated and smooth.
Yes.
But guys, thank you for joining me, and remember, you are loved.